And welcome back to the channel. This is Thomas Goes Nostalgic, and on this episode, we're going to be making a diorama for our X-Men animated series, Wolverine. Alright folks, and once again, welcome back. This is Thomas Goes Nostalgic, and we're going to be working on a quick speed diorama. I'm going on vacation, and I'm trying to get as much done as possible, but I really wanted to squeeze in a dio before I left. I really want to unbox this animated series, Wolverine. So I'm going to get him unboxed. The diorama is specifically for him, but could be for anything. So once I am done with this diorama, I can't wait to get him unboxed, get him open and up on the shelf. So let's check it out. So for this project, we're working on a Sad Wolverine meme diorama. That's right. Just wanted to do something lighthearted and funny, so I thought this would be a good project. I've already cut all my foam and magnetized. Right now I'm just scoring the wood panels. I'm trying to make it look as cartoony as possible. So this will be a little different than scoring wood for like more realistic dioramas. So I'm making these lines with my nail punch, so you can see they're big. I'm not using that steel brush like I normally use to get those fine wood grains. I really want this to look as animated as possible. And the next thing I'll be doing is working on the walls, so I'm just lining up all of the edges because this is where I'm going to put the molding, just so there's some delineation from the painted wall and the molding. So I'm just going to draw some lines for the wood, and then I'll use some balsa wood just to score that molding on. And in pictures from the scene that I looked at, there are two windows, so I also have to make the lines for those windows. I'm going to cut out the foam with my hot wire tool, and then I will create some window frames for that. And in my last episode, when I was using my hot wire tool, I was not in a well-ventilated area, so just wanted to show that I'm in my garage, I have the fan going, and I'm wearing a mask. So just cutting out these holes for the windows, and then we continue with the frames using foam core. And I cut out these two squares of foam core. The only thing left to do is just trace the squares on and then cut those out with my X-Acto knife. So once that's on, I can go ahead and start priming. Now I have all my balsa wood. I'm just going to cut to fit the walls, and that will act as my molding. I'm measuring some pieces that will go on the bottom. This will just hide the seams at the bottom of the diorama and just be the bottom molding for this piece. So I used that foam core to cut out the frames of the windows. I would like to go over this with some balsa wood, however I ran out of the size that I need, so for right now they're going to look a little jagged and rough, but I will fix that later on. And all of my gluing is complete, so right now it's time for some prime. We'll get that black acrylic paint and Mod Podge, and then we can start painting. So skipping ahead to the paint, you might notice there's one yellow wall and one purple wall. I was trying to be as screen accurate as possible, and that's how it was in the show. There actually was a yellow wall mixed with a purple wall, so it's kind of weird, but you can really see those wood grains. I did some dry brushing to the floor, and I will go ahead and give everything a black wash as well. So in the Sad Wolverine meme, he is laying on a bed, so I have this 2-inch piece of foam. I'm going to cut it to size and then go ahead and start crafting the bed. I was going to try and find a bed at the Dollar Tree, but I thought, I have the foam, let's try and make it. Before I start cutting the foam for the bed, I just want to go ahead and give everything a black wash. I want to do that and let it dry. This way I can work on the bed at the same time. So this is really easy. You just mix some black acrylic paint with some water and you give everything a coat. You can leave it on as long as you want, depending on how dark you want everything. So you brush it on and then you can wipe it off when it's to your liking. So now that all of the wood grain is black washed, I'm going to wait to black wash the walls. In the meantime, I'm going to start working on the bed. So I took that square piece of foam, I made it more rectangular, and I took it through the hot wire tool just to give the frame some rivets, just look like wrinkles or creases in the mattress. And I made 2 separate pieces. The brown is for the headboard, and then the white is for the mattress. So I'm going to glue these all together. I put some fabric onto the mattress piece just to give it that little bit of texture. I actually did some hospital corners. Love that detail. And now I'm going to take that blue fabric and just glue that to the base of the bed. I took that white material that I used to cover the mattress piece and I created a little square using just hot glue. I don't know how to sew, so that was the easiest option for me. And I left a hole so that I can stuff the pillow with some cotton. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, hot glue the seam, and then we're ready. And now that the diorama is complete, it is time to unbox this Wolverine figure. So, love this environmentally friendly packaging. I know there's some controversy over it, but I really wanted to get it in hand just to see if I would like it. And I do. I love the design, looking like a VHS tape from the 90s. So, if you're going to put the environmentally friendly packaging into effect, at least give us some great artwork and design. So love the detail. You can see the plastic free packaging sign at the bottom, so nice little added signage there, and then nice little photo of Wolverine. So let's get him out of the package. So there's a piece of tape that's holding the top closed. So one of the issues that needs to be solved, at least with Hasbro, is theft. So not that figure swapping was prevented before with the open window, but now it'll be increasingly difficult for the consumer to at least know that they're not getting a stolen figure. But I do love the packaging. I love that Wolverine comes in this paper, all recyclable, and then he has a little baggie for his accessories that come as well. So now just getting the accessories out of the package, we have this angry Wolverine head, pretty cool. And then he does come with a set of hands. Not my favorite because they don't come with the little silver prongs that his claws come out of, so missing a detail there. And then he comes with this picture frame of Cyclops and Jean Grey. I think it opens, I'm not going to mess around with it too much, but I'm pretty sure you can put your own photo in there. So that would be a cool little accessory to play around with later. So something I noticed when getting this figure out of the package, his right hand is missing a claw, and that's pretty annoying. So I'm not going to blame this on the packaging. This happened with a Marvel Legends Bishop that I had. Bishop was missing his gun holster. So I'll just write to Hasbro and see if they can replace that, because that's not cool. So I guess I'll have to get creative with the posing. So overall, as a figure, he's still a pretty good Wolverine. I really wanted him mostly because of the cowl. His cowl is a little more pointed and longer than the typical Marvel Legends that we have, so I love that look compared to the shorter cowl. So pretty cool. The cell shading is not so obvious, which is also pretty nice. If you're looking to get some of the figures in this line and mix them with your other Marvel Legends, it's not that big of an eyesore. I do have on pre-order the animated series Morph, and I'm glad to see that the cell shading is not so overwhelming, because that means he'll fit perfectly with my other Marvel Legends. But this Wolverine figure holds up. I do think my favorite is still the Love Triangle 3-pack with Jean Grey and Cyclops, but this is still a pretty good Wolverine. And now that we've taken a look at this Wolverine's accessories and extra hands and head, I think it's time to get him onto the diorama and pose him up. And there it is, folks. This is my Sad Wolverine meme diorama and my unboxing of the animated series X-Men Wolverine Marvel Legends. So really happy with how this came out. I'm going to message Hasbro about that claw, but overall I'm still going to get him on the shelf. If you like this content, hit like, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so that you get notifications of when I post my next episode. And until then, we'll catch you next time.